And movies like this is why I say F you to the technological age. Upgrade. I really should have sat through the credits to remember who the actors' names are. This is a little movie. I remember seeing a very minor trailer for this early on, like a couple months back. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. A couple more trailers showed up. Nothing extensive, but I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool. This guy, the machine in his neck basically takes control. He's doing all these shenanigans he shouldn't normally be able to do. So that was kind of, so it was a cool concept. I go in, and it's a cool little movie. It's not amazing. There's problems with it. I'll say right at the bat, the first, up until he gets the implant, it's kind of run-of-the-mill textbookish. And some dialogue is just, it's just generic, not really interesting. The acting's more or less fine, but just not very interesting. Once he gets the implant, once he gets STEM, which is what it's called, implanted in him, and starts moving again, then the movie starts to pick up a bit. Then the movie starts to really find its flow to some extent. And I can tell you, the highlights of this movie, again, I don't remember the actor. I don't know the actor's name off the top of my head. He was also in Prometheus. He played Naomi Rapace's love interest, the guy, her boyfriend who dies. He is really good in this movie. Not just like on both sides. He's acting really well. There's a fantastic scene after he's been paralyzed. I mean, he's paralyzed more or less from kind of like a little above here and down, because he can move his neck. So he's paralyzed, and there's a great scene where he's kind of going through now his new routine, and he just breaks down at one point. That's exactly what it does. And it's a really well acted scene. You see the acting this guy does in this movie. You can see he's not wanting to do necessarily the thing. He's not wanting to actually kill people, but he ends up killing people anyway. They go, "God, I just killed someone!" It's like, I suggest you clean up the area. Everything, all your evidence of you being here. That includes the vomit you just threw up. He's also really good at being sarcastic and kind of just a wise ass in many regards. No, I like doing this. Can you hurry up, please? He is really good in the movie. On that note, everyone else is fine. He's like the standout of that. No one else really excelled in the movie. Like, not even the main villain, henchman guy. Not even him. I'm not certain exactly. It's not like they're bad, but I'm not quite understanding what's going on with these characters. Like the main guy, the main soldier, as he called it, he's like kind of like, oh no, the upgrades, we're the future and all that. That's kind of what he is. And we're the future, and it's like, I want to help you and all that stuff. That's what exactly I did. Clean your wife for just a bonus, I've seen it done a lot better. Granted, the fight sequences with these guys are all fantastic. That's another thing. The choreography in the fight sequences and the physical acting involved in this are fantastic. Just the choreography just for those moves, boo, 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 what? Just, like, seriously, they had to go. I mean, granted, some of it's obviously edited together in a way that makes it look good, but at the same time, that's not CGI. That's clearly they had to train for a while to get those movements down, and they had to do multiple takes of those things. That takes commitment and effort. Also, just the physical acting when he's in the wheelchair, or just having his fingers stuck in certain ways. That's and getting out of the wheelchair for the first time. That was very, very well done. And even so, when he's walking around, you can see he's not walking like a normal person would. He doesn't have a flow to him. There's a little bit of stiffness in there. He's very robotic in the way he moves. So I thought that was really well done. So I mean, the choreography, I like the dynamic between him and Stem, especially when Stem first shows up. It's like, am I crazy? No, you have some PSD, but you're not crazy. It is, it's kind of like a badass Jarvis inside you to a little degree. Where the movie starts to take a not dive, but where the movie drops the ball a little bit is it fails to answer a few clear-cut things. A, we're clearly in the future, but it gives you a 3 months later after he gets done with the accident, or he's coming back home from the accident. But it's 3 months later it's 3 months later in a future where we don't know when this takes place. It's clearly in a pretty advanced future to some degree, where we have perfectly working self-driving cars, eyes that let you highlight things. I see thermal and X-ray. You can implant a gun in your arm and fire it. You have a sentient being in your neck controlling your movements. So I would have liked at least an explanation of when this is taking place but then again, you have normal working cars, you have just the slums, you have non-futuristic stuff, guns still are pretty much the same, so it can't be that far in the future. I'm guessing like somewhere maybe like in 2030, something like that. That's my best guess. Also, there's things that the main henchman guy, he goes to see that one of his buddies was killed, and, he confronts the bartender. Bartender pulls a gun at him, and he sneezes. And the minute I see him sneeze, we immediately focus in on the sneeze, and he explains it's nanites. I seeing all these little metallic things in his snot, in his, mucus, or whatever, and, they, sharpen the blades and go in the guy's nose, and they kill him from the inside out. I'm like, he has robotic snot! What am I watching right now? No. Okay, so again, point of fact, going back to my first question, what freaking year does this take place where we have nanobites in our freaking snot? Seriously, I'm watching this, and for the most part, it's grounded in pretty much a sense of realism to most of the movie. But that one bit right there, I'm like, no. Bug, hold on. Missed it, damn it. That was really jarring. And then I still didn't see quite where the movie was going till we get to the point. And then when we finally find out where it's going, I'm like, well, what the twist? I mean, so basically, to get off the line so he doesn't get shut down by the creator of this thing, STEM, they remove the input protocols or something like that? Input codes, whatever. They remove those. And basically, it's so he can't be tracked or, shut down, or so he can operate basically on his own. And then they basically get there and they say, you did this, you killed my wife. And then it's revealed that Stem's been the one pulling the strings. He's actually been the one controlling the company, and he needed a human to upgrade, hence upgrade. And I was like, you were the perfect specimen. I killed your wife. He's like, you're not in control, I am. And then they cut to this. And I was wondering what was going on here. And it's pretty much Repo Man to some degree. Or, oh God, was another, there's movies that have done this before, where there's two warring minds, then one comes out on top. Hell, Legion, the Legion character in the X-Men has done that before. But basically what happens is, he's fighting against him. He can kind of fight against him. Pulls his trigger, wakes up and his wife is there in a hospital. And then we cut back to the real world where he's talking and Stem's like, nope, he's trapped in his mind. His magic world is much better than the real world. And then, goodbye, detective. Shoots the detective who's pretty much just doing her job throughout the movie. And it ends with him being reunited with his wife in his mind, almost kind of Inception-ish. And, Stem, going, licking the blood, which is a thing from the beginning of the movie, where he cuts himself and, sucks the blood, or, tastes the blood. And, walks off. He's like, okay, I am now have a body. I am now pretty much human. Granted, he's just got to avoid electricity and things along those lines, but yeah, you're human. You're good. Yeah. But I'm like, look, I'm not saying I wouldn't fall for that. But going through everything, the intensity, and the fact that you can feel pain, that should be the big key factor that, you weren't dreaming, that you were feeling pain. You were feeling pain in those scenarios. When you wake up with your wife, I know that's what you want to be, but you realize that, no, I was feeling pain out there. If you were to take some time to think about it for a few seconds, jump out the window, recalibrate your brain, or to override basically him overriding you, and then, blow your brains out and stop him. Then again, would that work? He's attached to your brain stem. You blow your brains out, but hypothetically, if there's enough there, he could still hypothetically control your skill or your motor functions. I don't know. That's a little gray area there. One thing I found unique, I have not seen a movie, all the movies I've seen a lot of movies in my day. I have not seen a movie do this. The movie starts out and there's this line. The credits start out and it's this line, opening credits. And I hear the voice. And I hear the voice say something and I'm like, okay. Then it starts to get more in-depth. And starts to make out shapes. And I'm mentioning this in association with this. Addenda production. I'm like, they're doing the opening titles voiced basically by a computer. And it goes, upgrade. And it's you know what? That is unique. I do not know a movie that has done that. That is a unique way to open up a movie. And because of that, the creator is the creation has surpassed the creator kind of thing. That's been done. It was done effectively. The kid wasn't really that great or anything like the scientist who made STEM. He wasn't that terrible. He just wasn't that great. I will say this. Although I do the YouTube, I go on the internet, all that stuff, count me as basically the main character in this movie. Screw the technological age. No, sir. We're talking about implanting stuff in our bodies? No, because they just showed, why don't we hack that self-driving car and cause an accident? Why don't we put something in your body that helps you control the body? If it's an AI, oh no, the AI, it's going to control you now. Hell with that. No, thank you. I will go into the future and be an old fossil very much, and I will enjoy being an old fossil. I'll drive I won't drive. If we somehow get electric car, all of us get solar power electric cars, I'll upgrade to that, sure, for the benefit of the planet. But, it's okay, we're going to put this chip in you, it's going to read all your vitals and all this stuff. It's it's got an AI, and it's no, I'm just going to, not do that. But, you'll have to do this and that. I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. You're not going to be tracking me or reading my vitals. So, no. Yeah, no. Overall, it's a nice little movie. It's a fun movie. Once we get into the actual STEM and him thing, it's a fun movie. Would I recommend it? Yeah, I'd recommend it. It's a good time. Again, if nothing else, watch the interactions with STEM and the main character, Gray, I think his name is. And the actual action sequences, the physical movement, his performance. That's pretty much the selling point, really, of the movie. And the bad guys are okay. And the commentary about old versus new, the old ways of doing things versus technological age. It's a cool little commentary on that. I dug that. So what would I give it? 6.5 out of 10. It's definitely above average. I'll go a solid 7. It's not perfect. It's enjoyable. I liked it. It's above average. I enjoyed myself. Trailers, you know what? I had my notepad. I had my pencil. I went in, I got the pencil out, do the twist off. It's out of lead. So I'm like, damn it. All right. So I had to remember off the top of my head. And I can remember a couple trailers I got. First, we got that Darkest Minds again, which, okay, look, August 3rd. It's just turning June tomorrow. I mean, yeah. But also, every time I see that, I'm getting less and I'm like, oh God, please let there be something else coming out that week, which luckily I think there is. So yeah. And you know what? Another movie trailer I'm getting tired of seeing, the goddamn Purge, the first Purge. I give no shits about that at all. The hell of that. Okay, this one. Unfriended the Dark Web or Darknet. Now, the first Unfriended Web, I believe, was actually was like a supernatural movie over Skype. And it was stupid from what I understand, pretty much. Because it's all taking place over at these, the web, or over these cameras. But this one is not supernatural. This one is more basically disguising, hey, I got a new laptop. I found a lost found. No one came for it for 3 weeks. It's like, okay, well, and I found this folder. It's the this is like the dark web and stuff, and like dark net and stuff. And then eventually you see this whoop, you have my laptop, and basically these people are these individuals come and, you know, terrify them and, you know, terrorize them. Unfortunately, while that is at least a better concept than the ghost than the literal ghost in the machine, the kid's a fucking moron. I haven't seen the movie. The kid's like, look, dude, it's like dark net stuff. Look at all this stuff. I think this is real. Get rid of the goddamn laptop. Turn into the authorities. Do something, you myopic moron. Oh my God. Who in their right mind would keep something like that? Are you a goddamn idiot? I think you are, because people now die because of that. Oh man. I think we had one more new trailer that I'm unfortunately forgetting. Let's see now. There was The Purge. Fuck that. There's Darkest Minds. Don't really care. Unfriended. We got the trailer for the Meg for the first time on the big screen. I'm like, giant shark movie with Jason Statham? Sign me up. I'm going to be at that. Yeah, giant shark movie. Megalodon. Jason Statham. I'm going to punch you in the face, mate. And I'm going to make a shark sandwich out of you. I love Jason Statham. Love giant killer animal movies. Love shark movies. Match made in heaven. I want to see that man punch the shark in the face just once. Who knows if he does or not. Can I remember any other ones? This is what happens when I can't write things down. Hey, I remembered 4. I got Unfriended, Unfriended, Purge, Anarchy, Darkest Minds, and Meg. That's 4. That's better than I thought I'd remember. I think I had one more new trailer that I'm not remembering or off the top of my head. It'd have to be for something that's coming out soon. No superhero movies. Oh well, they're probably stuff I'm either going to see or I just don't care to see. I'm probably not going to care about seeing. Hereditary, that's another one. And yeah, that followed in the category of something I don't care about. Look, I didn't see The Witch. I heard it was good. It's by the same director of that. I'm also just not very big into horror movies. Again, killer animal movies, monster movies, creature features, alien movies. The occasional ghost movie I'm okay with, depending on how well it's done. Psychological horror is kind of cool to some degree. Like, Get Out wasn't truly horror in my eyes, but it was still it was still an element of horror. And same with Quiet Place, still an element of horror. Same with Split, an element of horror. But they were done in a different way. They were more thriller. I guess that's a better way to put it. I'm not big on horror. I'm big on thrillers. Thrillers are better for me. Killer animal movies, monster movies, alien movies, thrillers, and the occasional horror movie. But yeah, in terms of the horror movies that I would go see, this one doesn't catch my interest at all. Not at all. And it's probably one of those movies that when it comes out, I'm going to be like, okay, what was the plot of this? All right, so this happened. Okay, so this is what was going on. It's probably one of those movies I'm going to do that for. That's what happens when I go see movies. I'm like, I'm kind of interested to know what that's about, but I really don't care about seeing it. So that's what I do when those movies happen. So that's 5. I know I had another trailer, but I'm just not going to be able to remember it. Anyway, though, that's my thoughts on Upgrade. Was Upgraded? No, it's Upgrade. Upgrade, yeah. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. As always, want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Ideas for who would win. Star Wars, superhero, magic, what if, anything I do on this channel, put that in the comments below. Let me know. I will do it at some point. Yeah, that's my thing now. It's like, I gotta get that down. My patented brr, brr, brr. Actually, it's, damn it, I messed it up. Dur, dur, dur. There you go. You show us down, me, there. Who Would Win will be up tomorrow because I've updated them now for 3 a week. What If on Sunday along with the box office. Don't know if I got any other plans. I think there is. I don't really want to do it. Well, I do want to do it, but with all the freaking butthurt Star Wars fans going on, I don't mean butthurt as in, you didn't like something. Okay, that's fine. I'm talking about, anyone who knows what I'm talking, anyone who hears me say butthurt Star Wars fans, know what I mean when I say butthurt Star Wars fans. The fans who are attacking other people, online social media critics, for liking a movie, calling them shills and all that stuff, who are getting on people's cases for liking it because they didn't like it, who are doing all that. It was a Star Wars, but I hadn't really done like my top, I want to do like a top 5 things I didn't like about The Last Jedi. But I know the minute I do it, Yeah, screw it, I'll do it. Why am I hesitant? I have found this channel. I'm not giving two shits if you don't like me. Me and Mark found the channel. But I have been running this channel with the ideology that I don't give two craps if you do not like what I say. I hope you like what I say. Let's be clear about that. I really do hope you enjoy my content. But if you do not enjoy my content, I will not lose sleep over it. So yeah, I'll still do it. What am I talking about? Do I really want to open that kettle of fish? I'll say it real briefly. People who, online personalities or online YouTubers or whatever, who go and grill other YouTubers have no rock to stand on because it is nothing more than your opinion as you grill someone else for doing something that you're doing. So yeah, you are not, you have no authority or higher plane echelon of power to be judging someone making a video and calling someone out when you yourself are probably no better than they are. So we're all in a community here. Luckily, I am a small fish in a gigantic ocean in YouTube. I have less than 600 subscribers, but I'm proud of every one of you folks who've subscribed to me. So thank you very much. And I hope people continue to subscribe and help the channel grow. So thanks very much anyway. And that was my little spiel on that. I'm sorry. I don't like to comment on that, and I don't want to make a video on it because I know for a fact that's something I won't do. That's not a video I'm going to make, about commenting on it, but I'll bring it up every little now and then because it does bug me to see these people acting this way. Like, this is not how fans should act. This is not how sensible people should act, but whatever. We're human. We all have our faults. Anyway, I've gone on long enough about that. I think that's the last time, except when I do maybe a Star Wars video, I'm going to bring it up. So I'm going to leave it at that. That's my last time I'm going to bring it up. And I went off the rails, but that's just because I didn't have much else to talk about. I already talked about the trailers. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll probably catch either a Drift or Action Point on Tuesday, matinee it. So, whichever one I feel more inclined to see. If I'm going to be honest, it's probably going to be a Drift. Just because I haven't been seeing there haven't been a lot of really solid comedies lately. So, and I'm not a big fan of Johnny Knoxville or the Jackass guys. So we'll see what happens there. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you folks next time.